So Martin and I decided to head up to the Peak District and to hike Mam Tor. And we wanted to achieve a few things. One, go on the hike. Number two, camp out and have some fun. Number three, try and miss this weather inbound. And number four, for me, testing out the Fenix 8. Now, the reason why we chose Mam Tor was it was a couple of hours away from us. So it was a decent, short-ish drive to get stunning views like this. FYI, there is a whole website dedicated to it, and you can have a look at exactly where you need to walk. Now, if you have something like Go Outdoors or a hiking app like that, you can export the GPX file and actually import it on your Garmin devices. So in effect, you'll get a topographic map like this, but with turn-by-turn directions. And you're never going to run out of battery. You'll never go off course with it. And if you do go off course somehow because you want to take in some other scenic routes, the watch will just direct you back. So it's absolutely fine. You are like safe, like super safe with this watch. And there's an incredible LED light in it, which I'll be showing you how useful it is. I didn't even take a head torch because I knew it was just going to be incredibly good and useful. So walking along Mam Tor, whether you're doing it via your watch or whether you're doing it via a map or something like that, the views that you're gonna get are absolutely incredible all along the way. I mean, I think it's only 511 meters in height, and you can do a massive loop. Towards the end of the video, we was actually running out of time to get back. It was going to take us 3.5 hours to get to the campsite. So we took a little detour because we know we wanted a little pub stop as well. Now, it was quite busy on the day, but that's absolutely fine. To be honest, I'm not really bothered about that. Some people don't like the busyness of it and the tourism of it, but look after the land, clean up after you and enjoy. And you're also putting back into the local economy because you're going to be having some beers, you're going to be having some food, and you'll see towards the end, we actually end up in the Ramblers Inn as well, and this other pub that is actually from the 1800s. So you can see the watch is working well. I mean, we are literally using zero battery here. I think over the 6.5 hours, look at these stunning views. Over the 6.5 hours, I think I used 8%, and I was on full-on GPS, everything. Track everything, track how warm I am, track how sweaty I am, how much I need to hydrate, absolutely everything. And with the Garmin Fenix 8 also, afterwards you get all these incredible stats which show you, your average heart rate, your cadence, your calories burned, your active calories. Here's a nice little picture of Martin. And again, these views are incredible. But yeah, going into the Garmin app, obviously it's linked up with Strava as well. So you can then share it with your friends and family if you want, or just share it to the Garmin feed. This is actually the Mam Tor route. Those aren't people on the right, they're stones. It's a wall. So there's about 20 people down there still. Really jealous of some of them because they had their dogs. And my French bulldogs would jump off the cliff. But here's Martin enjoying some vegan peanuts. And then we're going to go into the bar and order some incredible food by one of the most polite waitress staff I have ever met. Didn't catch her name, but fantastic food here. The Cheshire Cheese Inn. It's actually coming back, look, from 1830. It's an incredible little pub. Really reasonably priced as well, because there's not a great deal else around. When we go back down to the campsite, you'll see that we actually pop into the Ramblers Inn, which again, it was nice and busy. It was bustling. It was a really good, end to the day before we actually went back to our tents. So honestly, the Garmin for this, I love data, I love stats, I like friendly dogs too, but the watch just held up. It's sapphire, it's titanium. If you knock it, it's not the end of the world. It really is unbelievable. I've come over from the Apple Watch Ultra 2 because it was the battery life for me that really initially got me onto Apple, because with the Ultra 2 you could get 2 or 3 days, and I came from an Epix Gen 2 and I should have really listened to my inner self and thought, not a good idea. So I kept the Apple Watch Ultra 2 for around 11 months and then just sold it on eBay and then purchased this Fenix 8. And honestly, I'm so happy I did. It looks good as well. I'm so happy. And here is that flashlight. That flashlight is absolutely incredible. I don't think I'm doing it justice here, but it is so good. And anyway, to wrap the day up, we ended up in the Ramblers Inn looking at how many calories I could eat.